Now I have one question for you all. If I decided to do an album release party, would you come? What is it like being a musician in New York City? Hello everybody, it's your boy Burnell Jones II, and I realized I've never actually made an episode just talking about what it's like being a musician in New York City. For those of y'all who don't already follow me, I have a series called What It's Like Being a Musician in New York City, and it's essentially just a gig vlog, and I take you through my day and I show you every different type of diverse gig or show that I play almost every night. And when I'm making this video, I decided to actually talk about what it's like being a musician in New York City. And in no way am I the spokesperson of all the musicians in New York City, but I think I'm a pretty good primary source considering the fact that being a musician in New York is pretty much all I do, besides the gym, but I don't really make money off of that. So all I do is just play music, make music, do music, eat music, all the weird things you can think of with music. Don't think too much about that statement though. Anyways, one thing that I want to point out, because according to my DMs, according to my comments, I have a lot of people who subscribe to me who are aspiring musicians, maybe in their high school band program, who are thinking about becoming professional musicians, or people who are in college age, who are thinking about what their life is going to be like after they leave college. And one thing that I want to say before just getting into everything about this video is I want to say just keep an open mind. Now, I'm not planning on making this video just to be advice, but just keep an open mind, because a lot of times in college, or a lot of times as we're growing up as musicians, me included, we tend to think about, or we tend to be set on exactly what we want to do and nothing more than that. For example, I really wanted to, when I was in high school, I really wanted to be a musician who plays in a lot of pit orchestras. Or at some point I realized I wanted to be a musician who only plays in jazz clubs every night and whatnot. And then as I got older, I realized that there's more to music than just playing in jazz clubs. Also, truthfully, jazz clubs don't always pay that well. So, I mean, if I wanted to just do jazz clubs, I would have to reconsider maybe what all I want to do as far as supplementing my income, or what all I wanted to do is marketing myself as an artist, and so on and so forth. I mean, I think, and I mentioned this in an earlier video, a lot of people who make money off of just playing jazz music, they're a headliner, they're their own act, they're known in the jazz world, and they're also not just playing a jazz club, they're playing a lot of festivals, they're touring, yada, yada, yada. But keep an open mind, because what you want to do might not, and I'm saying might because it's there, there's so many possibilities, but what you want to do might not supplement your income completely, and also you might be closing yourself off to even bigger opportunities. What I do currently, I play all types of music, all types of performances, all types of gigs. As I started becoming a professional in New York City, people were calling me for R&B stuff, which, that's really my forte. People were calling me for jazz stuff. I've been called for some country gigs. I've been called for some studio sessions playing with rap music, all of the above. And if I was in that mindset that I was in as a 18, 19-year-old, where I wanted to just play jazz clubs, I would have turned those things down and left a lot of money on the table, and I also would have cut myself off from improving as a musician, because all of these things are a learning experience, you know what I'm saying? And so in terms of keeping an open mind, you want to take that reggae gig, even if you don't like to play reggae. You want to take that jazz gig at a random nursing home that pays $500, even though it's at a nursing home. You want to take that wedding gig that's across the country, because even if you don't like playing weddings, it still might pay a lot of money, and that one gig might cover your rent for the whole month. You want to take that gig at the studio playing with a terrible rapper, because You know, you can help build that rapper. You can open their mind up, and you can learn something from playing that type of music. I think my phone just fell. Oh, but you know, for me, what it's like being a musician in New York City, I love playing all types of music. To a certain extent, I love playing all types of music, and so a lot of times I'm playing with the jazz legend trumpeter Philip Harper. I'm playing with a lot Sammy Buttons, which is a groove, smooth jazz, soulful type musician that I used to play on the street with all the time, and now we've played all types of gigs at all types of places. I play in a lot of different wedding bands, and I also do a lot of DJ and sax things. And it's like, you know, DJ is playing his music and I'm playing on top of it, and sometimes we coordinate, like he'll play tracks without the vocals and I'll play the vocal parts, and it's a really good time. And I actually have a DJ saxophone regular gig that I play that I think I'm going to do an episode on next. But you know, we do that DJ sax stuff at clubs in Manhattan and Brooklyn, or even at parties or weddings, all of those type of things. I was fortunate enough to be able to play with Lauryn Hill a few years ago in New Orleans. That was great. And you know, my younger self looking at me now would probably be like, dang, I guess there is more to life than just playing at jazz clubs, you know what I'm saying? Because I think if I was closed off to playing all other types of stuff, even though I grew up with that type of music, you know, with all the R&B and hip hop stuff, I don't know where I was getting with that. My name is Burnell Jones II, and I am a saxophonist and songwriter, and I am excited to release my debut album, Typewriter, for you all to listen to. Wait, hold on. Why should you care? Because this album is for everyone. For the jazz lover, for the R&B lover, for the funk enthusiast, for the person who loves trap beats, and for the guys who like crazy guitar solos. Why else should you care? Well, I'm an independent artist, and not to sound biased, but us independent artists make the best music you've never heard of. This album will be available for purchase on Bandcamp for just $10 for the fans who want to support me monetarily, and it'll also be available on all streaming platforms for the ones who want to take the easier route. But wait, there's more? I have a limited supply of vinyls for those who want a physical copy of my album. So check out my website today and follow me on Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, all of the above. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait for you to hear my new album. Anyways, doing a lot of different things can improve your playing a lot, and also just get you connected with a lot of different people. I mean, it's really fun being able to make music with all different types of people. And same goes for just playing different types of music that you don't really care about. You can learn things from those types of music. And I've been very open to those connections, and because I've been very open to those connections, I'm able to make this series that I make right here, where I show you all the different types of stuff that I play. Anyways, enough of that. Just updates with me. The reason why, if you've noticed, for the ones who do subscribe to me, my videos have been a little bit more spread out, is because, you know, I've only been doing this series for 6 months or so, and I'm learning what works and what doesn't. And let me know in the comments how you all feel about this. But it seems like my travel episodes don't do as well, and so I'm considering not doing them as much. So far I've made an episode about me traveling to Arizona for a gig, traveling to Aruba for a gig, traveling to the island of St. Bart's for a gig. And those episodes where I'm traveling somewhere else that's not New York, they tend to not do that well. It seems that people aren't really interested as much in those. I don't know if it's because the series is called What It's Like Being a Musician in New York City and I'm traveling somewhere else, or if they might be too long or have some other stuff. So let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. And, you know, back to what I was talking about, the reason why my videos have been a little bit more spread out recently is because I have been traveling a lot. Like I've been playing in Pennsylvania. I've been playing deep in New Jersey. I'm actually playing in Pennsylvania again this weekend and next weekend, but different parts of Pennsylvania. And so I haven't really been filming those travel things because it seems like people aren't really into those. So let me know what you feel about that. Another update, I did release a new album. Well, it's not out yet, but I did release the pre-order. So you can pre-save it if you're into streaming. And I know I haven't been talking about pre-saving as much, and that's truthfully because the streaming services don't pay that well. And so I'm really trying to push my Bandcamp page. And Bandcamp is a streaming app, but instead of just streaming for a subscription, you get to buy people's albums and singles, so we actually make money from them. So you can pre-order the album on Bandcamp, and the beauty about pre-ordering it versus streaming is that when you pre-order it on Bandcamp, you get a free song. So you get to hear a song on the album that nobody else has heard yet, and early, because the album releases July 2nd, but you get to hear it now if you pre-order the album. Also, I have vinyls, so if you want a piece of work from me, a physical piece of work to remember me by, or remember my artistry, you can pre-order the vinyls. Those will also release in July, and I've been getting a decent amount of vinyl pre-orders, so I'm happy about that. I'm thankful that y'all are very supportive of everything that I'm doing. That does make me feel good. Now, I have one question for you all, for the ones who have been following for a minute, or even the ones who just stumbled upon my YouTube. If I decided to do an album release party, album release event, would you come? Think about that. Answer in the comments. I'm trying to see something. If I do a album release show in New York City, album release party, because that's my vibe. It can't just be a show, it's got to be a party. I got to be there partying with you, celebrating with you, like in the crowd. You feel me? Would you come? Would you get tickets? Would you pull up? Would you support me? I want to know. And I'm gonna leave you with that. That concludes this video. The next episode will be coming soon. It will be about one of my gigs for sure. I'm thinking about doing it about my DJ and sax gig at a club in Manhattan that I play at all the time. But anyways, pre-order my album. The link is in the description below. And make sure that you also follow me on Instagram and watch all my other videos, especially if you're new here. Watch my videos because you get to see firsthand what it's like when I'm going to my gigs, when I'm playing them, and how my day is leading up to them. So y'all have a good one. Peace.